Hello, we're live. It's, what day is it today? Thursday.
I don't really know. Where am I?
It is Thursday of our 10th birthday celebration here at Kawartha Quilting and Sewing. And we are very excited to have Adrienne Gallagher here from the, what do you call you, educator?
I don't know.
Head educator
Yep.
of BERNINA Canada. And Deb is here, but she doesn't want to be on camera.
She's behind the scenes.
She's helping. She's helping.
She makes us look good.
Yeah. So Zach is behind the scenes watching for some of your questions and things. So we thought we'd open it up this afternoon. Adrienne can talk a little bit about BERNINA and some of the upcoming things. And if you have questions, we've got a few questions that have come in. She can answer some of those. And we're just going to sort of fire away.
So thanks for inviting me. It's really nice to be here. I think this was another shop before.
Yes, it was.
So now, and I couldn't come here.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't a BERNINA shop.
No, now you can.
So now it's a BERNINA shop, so I can come here and buy batting and all the great things that you guys have here and they were known for. And we're so pleased you're one of our recent graduates of BERNINA dealers.
Yes.
So for people that are on the BERNINA Canada page, we are in beautiful Bethany, Ontario. Don't go to Cavan. I got really distracted today. Just kept driving.
Kept on going.
She got talking.
Did you miss our 6 foot long or wide sign?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't sound like me. Get distracted? No, never. But you guys are here, family-run business. You've got quilting services and you sell sewing machines. You service sewing machines with Eric in the back. And you're great partners with us with the long arm machines too. So fully functioning, up and running BERNINA dealership.
Can you just stay here and just say that all every day for us?
That's all I do. It's like, rah, 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 Kawartha.
Yay, that's good.
So yeah, if you're in the area, do come by. We had a couple dealerships in this area closed down for various reasons, retirement and so on. So I think you're really going to fill the gap for us. So thanks so much. We're really happy to have you as partners.
We are excited.
And we're happy to have Zach along too.
Yes. We like having Zach around for sure. We're very happy to have BERNINA, and we've been sort of easing into it a little bit over the last year. Did some more training a couple weeks ago.
Pool.
And now things are opening up. Pretty much opened up more. We'll be doing some BERNINA classes and the mastery classes and things like that. So contact us if you need some support and you've lost your dealer recently. Contact us and we'll be here to support you. So.
If you're interested in quilting, you guys know everything about quilting. It's in the name. And embroidery too. You guys do Kimberbell. And I just love Kimberbell. You can learn so many things about your sewing machine and techniques.
Yeah, it's a great.
But just be careful. It's hard to do just one Kimberbell project.
And I just ordered
the
kits.
Ecosystem.
I just ordered the kits for the harvest table for the Kimberbell event, the one-day event. So we're going to be coming up with a date for that in the next few days, and we'll be announcing that. So
Deb, just don't look at that shelf on the way down. Just be careful.
Adrienne's wearing her blinders around the store a little bit.
Squirrel all day long.
So
no,
that's all
great.
good.
Yep.
So Zach, do you want to tell us a little bit about what's going on with
So
BERNINA?
so BERNINA, this is the most exciting time of the year for BERNINA because we announce our new products at our internal convention called BERNINA University. So Deb and I were lucky enough to go to BERNINA University in beautiful and cool Indian Wells, California.
Yes. Well, compared to today, it's still.
It's about the same.
I know.
It's 46 degrees there, but it's less humid there.
Yes, you're inside.
Beautiful Ontario, it's great. So there we got to see the new machines, and probably the biggest news was our special editions. Every year BERNINA launches a special edition, a collaboration with an artist or a company. Last year was Swarovski.
Yes.
Okay, I thought that was as good as it's going to get. I was like, it's all down here. We've had Tula.
Yeah.
We've had Swarovski.
How can it get better?
How can it get better? But it did, because this year, first of all, there's 2 models of machines. And they both feature designs by Kay Fassett.
Yes.
You may have heard of him.
I've heard of him a little, I'm a fan of his fabric for sure.
Yep, so 2 quilting machines with gorgeous faceplates. If you get a chance, check it out on the Kawartha page or on BERNINA.com. I don't know, I think we might have to up your order.
We have ordered some, and some of the girls here have already want the blue one. So I think, they're going fast.
Blue, teal, I don't know what
it's a cute little, it's almost like that Tiffany blue
it's pretty.
color.
We don't really
And it's
care.
not just a faceplate, the whole machine is that
whole
color.
machine is one of the first machines they've ever colored
like
that,
even
isn't it?
all of this is all colored.
it is.
BERNINA's never really done that before, except like back in 1832 when they were all black.
in the olden days. No, we're excited about having that. We put our order in, so hopefully we will have a few extra.
Yep.
If some of you want to order them, we're going to have the samples in the store here, and that'll be fun to use.
Comes with cave stitches
Oh, yeah.
designed like his flowers
And
and
a
stuff.
bag with the pretty fabric on it and everything else. Yeah, we like
Deb
cave.
is, she's writing out her order right now. She
Yes.
might get both of them. I'm a little worried for Deb right now.
I know. There's always another one that you need, isn't there?
Yep.
Yeah.
But if you have a machine that you already like, embroiderers are going to be pretty excited this year.
Yeah.
Especially if you like doing, I don't know, quilting in the hoop, if anybody likes doing that. At Bernina, we call it computerized quilting.
They usually have a different language.
Because we fancy.
Yes.
We're a bit fancy. But 2 new hoops are coming out. One is a square hoop. How long have we been waiting for a square hoop?
Quilters are going to love that.
Forever. And it comes
But it'll
with
work
clamps.
on the 770 and up?
Yeah, it'll work on the 7 and 8 series
Yeah.
machines. And it comes with clamps, and you just clamp it on, no magnets, very secure. Works great for quilting, but we tested it on regular embroidery with stabilizer.
Okay.
Worked just as well.
Yeah,
so it's
good.
going to be a great addition to our hoops. And we came out with this other great hoop. And I'm sorry, my hoops are not here yet. They're still
I know,
delayed.
everything you have to wait for.
But they're on there's some pictures on the website, I think. It's got this weird hoop with a little extra arm, and it allows you to hoop closed items like pillowcases and bags that are already sewn up. And you can quilt it
so you
free
don't have
arm
to
on your
take
machine.
seams
You don't have to
apart.
take it apart.
Oh, nice.
How about the
Nice.
little like baby bodysuits and things
Oh,
like that?
little t-shirts, little onesies, you can just clamp it like that. It'll wrap around the free arm of the
That'll be
machine.
good.
So that's going to make my life a little faster. You know, I'm not
know.
lazy. I'm
I
busy,
know,
right?
I
I
know,
just
yeah.
need fast things.
Yes, we like to get it done. You don't have to mess around with stuff.
So we're pretty excited about those new things. Deb is really excited because she collects books, and she really likes the new books that are coming out. We have one called the Bernina Big Book of Stitches, and it's all about decorative stitches, how to make them look great on your machine, how to combine
How to
them.
actually use them, because when you buy a machine, lots of people say, all I need is a zigzag and a straight stitch.
Yep.
What do I need all these for?
Yep.
Well, this will give you an opportunity to use all
It's
those.
about 200 pages of
I know.
reasons.
Well, this is an example
Yeah.
of the Big Book of Feet, which is really just a coffee table book, because you can just go through and see all the different feet and what you can use it for. Maybe you haven't thought of the different uses for them.
Yep.
But, so those other books are going to be another one of these gorgeous.
They're great.
I love these books.
Putting it on my holiday list for sure.
Yeah.
And then I think in October, November, another book is coming out called the Bernina Big Book of Computerized Quilting.
Okay.
That would be quilting in the hoop
Yes.
to you and me.
Yes.
But we call it computerized quilting now.
Yeah.
That one I'm really excited about. And we're also working to develop some online and in-person classes with these new hoops and computerized quilting.
Oh, that's
Because people
good.
want to use their embroidery machine to do edge-to-edge quilting.
Yep.
Or some other nice...
And they're not always near a dealer or near somebody that they can see sort of hands-on what goes
Yeah.
on. So that's good for that
Yeah,
type of thing too.
so hopefully we'll offer those classes.
Yeah.
So that's the new stuff that's kind of coming up.
That's cool. Right now you've got the sale on, the gifted sale, so gift with purchase on quite a few of the machines.
Almost every
We've got that
machine,
on our
yep.
website and on our Facebook as well, so check that out
Yep.
if you're interested. There's some really good deals, some gifts that come with them.
Yeah. Today we were showing people a lot of the Q series gifts, the couching stuff and ruler work stuff that you can do
I
on
should
Q
show your
series.
couching.
Yeah.
Adrienne was having fun with doing some couching today.
Yeah, I was couching. I don't know.
It really makes your stitching look way fancier than what it is.
So this, you
really
just take some yarn and you can quilt and couch at the same time. I don't know if Zach can show the
If you
close up.
show it on the machine there.
Yep, so you just use your ruler work foot, and this is a little couching insert, and you just place the yarn through it, and it goes on your machine like any other foot.
Any other Bernina foot.
I love how those Bernina feet come off without tools,
Yeah.
because you know I'm going to lose those tools anyway. And then as you sew, and it'll actually quilt this down at the same time, so just like my little sample here. So as you sew, it'll quilt it down and couch it at the same time. You don't need to do it just on quilts. I mean, you could do it on bags. You could do it on a jacket
all
or
kinds of
jeans
stuff.
or something. That would be fun too.
Decorative way to do
I like
things.
the baby chenille for that. It's really nice and soft.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I brought some chenille today too. I forgot it downstairs. It looks like Elmo had a baby. Like it's bright, bright red. It's very strange. But yeah, so that's what people have been looking at today. What else have we been talking about?
We had some other questions. Or you had some questions this morning. What were some of the ones
This
you had
morning,
this morning?
I had some questions about if you're quilting and the thread is shredding on the top of your
Yep.
machine, what could you do about it? And I found that some people are using very small needles. they're using the same needles they use to maybe piece their quilts,
Yeah.
the 80 size needles. And I think you'll do better when you're quilting with a size 90 needle.
Yeah.
And if you have access to it, and I think you guys have them here, top stitch needles are my favorite for
Oh, yeah.
quilting.
Okay,
You
that's
got
a good
that
idea.
larger eye and thread doesn't shred as much.
Yeah.
In that. So that really helped. What else were we talking about with Q Series? Oh, we were talking about how the Q Series machines, those are our long arm machines that, gosh, I wish they would quilt by themselves, but
Yeah.
but it's more fun that I get to quilt on them. But
Well,
you
the
can,
framed ones do.
yeah, we were
We have the
talking about this
computerization,
sit-down
yeah.
one where you can just click with your back kick on the start pedal, and you don't need to push on it anymore. You just quilt, quilt, quilt,
Just
and then
move
when
the
you're ready,
quilt.
when you're ready to finish, you just click on that foot pedal and it stops.
Yeah. So that's
And I was
handy.
playing with the hydraulic lift table. As
Yeah, you were. I like that
usually
table.
do.
I know, and they're coming out with a table to put sewing machines in, right, this fall.
Yeah.
So that would be a nice one. And the horn lift table is a good sturdy table.
It's a good table,
It'll be
made
good for
in
that.
America. So,
Yes.
yep.
Dawn
There.
says she
Love it.
loves her Q20.
Ah,
With so many
Oh,
moving
good.
parts.
Yeah.
And she finds that books are always helpful and inspiring.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Is there some other questions there, Zach?
No questions. Cindy says good afternoon, and Diane says happy birthday.
No, thanks.
Oh, that was nice.
So send in your questions if you have them.
There was that other email question.
Yep, I have that.
And the other thing that came up today was people didn't like free motion quilting because it's hard to keep your stitches even.
Yeah.
So that one came up, and we were talking about the Q Series machines, how they have 2 Bernina stitch regulators built into the machine. But most Bernina machines, they come with, or you can add a Bernina stitch regulator, and it reads the fabric as you quilt and speeds up or slows down the needle. So
You can put it on the machine there.
you just focus on what you're doing. So when I plug this in, you're going to see, do I need my glasses? Don't I need my glasses? I never know. I never know. And when I plug it in, you'll see the screen will change automatically to Bernina stitch regulator mode. Ba-ba! It's reminding me to put my feed dogs down because this is a free motion technique. And then here you just pick if you want BSR mode 1 or 2, and you change your stitch length to whatever you want. I like to do big quilts,
Yeah.
quilting motifs to get my quilts done quickly. So I'm going to pick 2.5. And then as I move the foot or the fabric underneath the foot, it will speed up and slow down the stitches to make them 2.5 millimeters each time.
So
and
you
I
don't
look
have
really
all-
smart.
You don't have these big and little stitches depending on how fast you move it.
The quilt police don't like those
No,
big and
I
little
know,
stitches.
I know. So yeah, the stitch regulator is fantastic for sure.
I mean, any quilt that's done is really great, but if you
Yes.
can get it done even keeping
Yeah.
the quilt police happy, that's even better.
yeah, for sure.
I wonder if Deb has any questions. Deb is a member of our education team, and she usually has 25 questions for me, but today she's remarkably quiet.
She didn't even want a mic.
No, she
Oh,
didn't
you
even
were-
want to mic.
We were
Yeah.
asking about questions. This is one of the questions that
Oh,
tend to get
yeah.
asked a lot, so you can use
Yeah,
this foot.
people were asking us about dual feed versus a walking foot.
But also the screw on the back.
Oh yeah, okay, so this is a funny little thing. On a Bernina, each foot comes with this little screw on the back. I'm going to hold it up closer here so you can see it. See that little screw on the back?
Yep.
And that's to allow for a sewing guide to go through almost any foot. So if you're doing a blind hem, if you're doing decorative stitching, if you're doing, what do you call that? Twin needle work, if you're making a pin tuck, you can use a quilting guide or a sewing guide on almost any Bernina foot. The drawback to this is as you quilt and sew, your fabric hits this little screw and you get this. One morning you get this.
Where did it come from?
And you think, oh no, it fell out of my machine. No. It just fell off the back of your foot. And so what I like to do is take them off my feet,
Yes.
create a little jar. I get
Yeah.
to shake the jar. It sounds really good
Oh, yeah?
too. Yeah. And then if I ever need one, they're all compatible with each foot, so I can
Okay,
put them
that's
on
handy.
any foot.
Yeah.
So don't worry about those. I refer to them as heart attack screws. That's not
Oh,
what
that's
they're
true.
called.
Yes. That's not the official Bernina name.
No, I should probably come up with a more positive Adrienne name.
Yep.
Yeah, steep guide screw. I don't
Okay.
know. I'll come up with that.
Yeah.
But then the other thing people were saying is, if I have dual feed, do I need a walking foot as well? So dual feed is this sort of extra action at the back of your machine, and it's right here on the machine. Yep. And then it comes down into a dual feed foot, and now you have extra feed dogs working on your machine. So a lot of people with dual feed, they feel like this is a lot of action.
Yeah.
My machine is pulling the fabric through a lot. So do I need a walking foot? And the answer is you kind of do.
Yeah.
I recently fell in love with my walking foot again. I use it for large quilted items because it's a lot stronger. This is more convenient, right?
Yeah.
That just takes a second to install.
Yeah.
The walking foot is a little bit,
Yeah, takes you a minute to
bit of
figure out where it goes.
gymnastics.
Yeah.
But when it's on, it really pulls the fabric through,
Yeah.
particularly for bags
Yeah.
and quilts. And I recently have been making more garments, and it deals with stretch materials.
yeah.
Yeah. So I
Often,
really love
yeah.
it.
From what I've read, the dual feed will move the top fabric a little bit different than the bottom, speed-wise
Yep.
or whatever, so it can go a different way.
Yep.
Whereas the walking foot feeds them both through at the same time.
Takes the
So you're
whole
not, if you're
stitch.
matching up plaids or something like that, you want the walking foot
Yeah.
so that everything goes through at the
Yep.
same time.
And if
So-
you are having problems of slippage, I have a secret tip
Okay.
for people that, but you won't tell anybody.
I won't tell anybody,
Okay,
no.
all right. So on the machine, there is a secret function called presser foot pressure. And it's actually here on the screen. Ba, ba, ba. Zach's going to come over to the screen. And it looks like a foot with a weight on it. And I'm going to touch this so you'll be able to see it a little bit better. This is how hard your foot is pushing down on the fabric. How hard this foot is actually pushing down on the fabric. And not every machine has presser foot pressure. Like on Bernina's, I think it starts on the 4 series and up.
Some of them
And
are the manual adjustment.
some of them
rather
have a
than digital.
manual adjustment on the side. My 480 at home has a manual adjustment on the side. And what happens here is it's how hard it's pressing down. So I don't know if you've ever quilted, stitched a quilt block together, and the tension is perfect, but it's a little bit rippled.
Yep.
And you know it's not a tension problem.
No.
So what is it? It's a presser foot pressure problem. So I always lower my presser foot pressure by about 10 units when I see that problem, and it tends to go away. So don't tell anybody
I
that.
had that happen to me when you told me before, and it did.
Yeah.
It helped so much, just that little bit of adjustment. And there's so many ways you can adjust all the different things on
Yeah.
the Bernina and to make them fit your style of sewing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's those darn feed dogs. They're too strong.
Yeah. Yes.
Deb had a commonly asked question of, can I use my 770 feet on my Q20?
On your Q20, yes. Any of the Bernina feet that are the hopping feet, the little hopping
little-
mechanism with the spring, or they're hopping, they don't work with feed dogs, they can move over. So that would be number 9, number 15, number 26, the teardrop one, number 43, number 44. Gosh, I sound really nerdy today. Oh, that's every day.
And I bet that's in the big book of feet.
Yes.
And you would see that in the Big Book of
Yes.
Feet or in the app. The new Bernina app has been improved to show compatibility of feet. So you could plug in both machines that you have and it would show which feet are compatible with both.
So that's a good feature. If you already have a Bernina sewing machine and you're looking at one of the long arms, you can use a lot of those feet on the long arm as well.
No sense in
that's
having
a
two
great, Well,
sets.
feet are so expensive, so
Yeah.
why not share them?
Yeah.
Right?
Those
Yeah.
Bernina feet are pretty pricey.
But there's heft to them.
They're so solid. There's a lot of engineering in each one, lots
All
of
one
different
piece.
points, all one piece.
Yeah, no ankle, or you can't lose the
No.
foot on the bottom because
No.
it's attached, which I like because
Yep.
I've lost the foot before.
Oh, it happens.
Yeah.
And then it goes on with no screwdriver, so I can just put it on with one hand and look like a super pro.
Yep,
I'm ready to go.
she's practiced that.
Boom.
Yep. It doesn't even
Extensive training in the
Yes.
US. Yeah. Yeah. And abroad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
so
got that other question, Zach?
Yep. Barb has a 770 QE, and when she uses the thread cutter when quilting, the threads are too short to bury. What stitch number should she use to knot the end off before I engage the thread cutter?
So they're too short to bury
Yes.
in the
Yes.
quilt? Okay. So number one, then I would just use the tie-off feature on the front of her machine. So I think on the 770, she'll actually have a tie-off feature on the machine. On this machine, I actually have it here. So now it'll tie off when I hit the scissors. I wouldn't cut the scissors. I wouldn't use the scissors then. I would manually cut here so that I could bury them. I have done it by mistake where I've cut them, and they do leave only about 3/4 of an inch. And I use those self-threading needles
Yep.
and a pair of pliers and a glass of Chardonnay, and it works great. And you can slide the needle first into the quilt, use the tweezers to slide it into the eye, and then pull it through.
Yeah.
It's a little tedious, but boy, it feels really good when it's done.
Yeah. Well, then, yeah, that way you've got the longer tails and it makes it a little more manageable.
Yep.
For to
And
do
if
that,
I
so.
and if I cut it here, I can also decide, do I want the knot on the top or do I want it on the bottom?
Yeah.
I can manipulate it the way I want.
Yeah,
You know
it
me, I'm
kind
a-
of goes in between too when you do
Yeah.
it that way. So
You know, I'm a bit of a control freak, so that makes sense.
is that any other questions?
Yeah, nobody in chat.
What did Zach
Okay.
want to know about Bernina? Any
Oh,
questions,
don't put me on the
Zach?
spot like that.
Let's put Zach on the spot.
Zach, what was your favorite machine when you came to training?
I liked the Burnett airlock.
Yes, that's what I knew about
Yes,
Zach.
yes.
He loved the sergers.
really
We
nice,
have
yeah.
some new air threading sergers. The Burnett ones are under $2,000.
Yep.
And you can do all the stitches that the fancy machine could do, right, Zach?
Yep.
Yep.
And at half the cost.
Yes.
So he was pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
was really
Or
nice
if you
and
have a
quiet,
bigger
too.
budget, you can get the all singing, all dancing one.
The one with the color screen,
Yes.
and it like tells, it has videos on it, it tells
Yeah.
you how to thread things.
Basically holds your hand all the way through.
Yeah.
And it threads it. So, I mean,
Yeah.
it's got everything.
Yeah, I didn't think that I would be happy with the serger, but man,
know,
the
I
one that
know.
threads itself is pretty,
Yeah.
pretty fascinating.
That's a
yeah.
lot of fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
What
Stephanie
else?
says, beautiful machines, and thank you for the tips.
Oh, good. I'm glad we helped Stephanie. I feel like we helped a lot of people today.
There's quite a few
Oh, and
came
if,
in and got to
you know,
ask
you
Adrienne
didn't have the
questions.
chance to tune into this live and you want to ask some questions in the comments after the fact, we will come back to it and try to answer them when we can.
Yeah. So I
good.
think we're good.
All right, we
If
get to
nobody
go
has
on
any
our
questions, you get to go play some more.
get to go play
There's
some
more people in the shop. It's been busy here in the shop.
Yeah, I think all our regular viewers are back to and from the store today.
Yeah, it could be. We've had lots. So
There was some people from Wednesday that came back today,
I know,
Thursday.
I know. If you haven't come in yet, come on in and check out the Berninas or anything else. We've got lots of stuff on sale. And sale
We're here
goes-
till midnight.
No, yeah. Maybe you are. I'm going home. Yeah, so we're here. The sale on the shop is here till Saturday at 1.
Yep.
And
In
then
store.
I think Zach's got it
Online until Monday at midnight.
We'll have our next 3-2-1 next Tuesday.
Yeah.
So,
Come on by.
okay.
Yeah. Good to
Come
see
and
you.
see us. Thanks,
Yep.
Adrienne.
Take care,
Thanks.
guys. See ya.